Okay. 3 is smaller than 5. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 3 is smaller.
3 is less than 5. Okay, so what we want to do is look at the angle opposite. So what angle is opposite 3? Angle C. So I know the measure of angle C is going to be less than, what's opposite 5? Angle A. So angle C has to be smaller than angle A.
Wait, what? That makes no sense.
Actually makes sense.
Okay, it makes perfect sense.
I don't.
Okay?
If
It's just
5
what-
is angle C, then how is it less
All
than
it is
angle
instead
A?
of putting in the numbers, you just put in the
Okay.
letters.
Oh, wait.
That's all you're doing.
Okay, you're literally just comparing sides to the angles they're opposite. Okay? I don't calling out that it just makes no sense is unhelpful. Okay? I can give you an example. I can say, let's just make up a number. We'll say angle C, let's say it's 30 degrees. Just
Wait, but what's what? Is
Okay.
3 angle C or angle
Okay.
A?
Okay, again, I drew the little arrows for a reason. All right? Okay, so let's just say angle 3 is opposite 30 degrees. It doesn't have to be 30. Okay, I can make up any number. I can say it's 40 degrees. I can make it 100 degrees. I wouldn't make it 100, but it's definitely smaller than 100 degrees. Now, based on that, 5 is a bigger side. So that means opposite has to be a bigger angle. So what would be bigger than 30 degrees?
31.
31 degrees, 40 degrees,
What was your
50
example
degrees.
about 30 degrees?
Okay? So no matter what, if one side is bigger than the other, then the angle across from it has to correspond. Yeah.
Is it because if 3 is less than wait?
Okay, let me give you.
If 3 is
Wait, would that
less
work
than
for
C,
BC?
or if A would be A.
Okay, listen. Do you remember when we did like equilateral triangles? Okay, so if all the sides are the same, right? All the angles were 60 degrees.
You said the
Okay.
angle across from the number.
Okay, so now hold on. So let's say, so that would be like, oh, this is 5, and this is 5. Cool. Now, imagine if I made one of the angles bigger all of a sudden, right? So let's say now I made this 120 degrees. What do we notice happened to that side? So if we open up this triangle to make it a bigger angle,
Oh, if one
what
side's bigger,
happens
the
to
others
that
have to
side?
be.
Doesn't the side get bigger also? So if you have an angle that's small, like think about making an angle with your hands, right? The closer my hands are together, the smaller the angle. Well, what if I open up my hands? What happens to the angle? It's bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller, right? Okay, that's how a triangle will work. Yeah?
But wait, what did you say? You said angle.
So if this is bigger than this one, this angle will be bigger than this one. Or if this angle is opposite this smaller side, then this angle is going to be the bigger.
Are you just saying that the angle that's opposite the number is the name of the number's angle? Or is that not what you're saying?
Okay. One side is longer than another side. The angle opposite the longer side is larger than the angle opposite the shorter side. Okay. We're going to do the theorems and then we'll do the examples. If it's still confusing, we can come back. Okay, now let's say we know the angle measures. So let's take a look. Let's say angle 60, right, is D, is bigger than the measure of angle E. Do we see that? Okay, so this theorem says if one angle of a triangle is larger than another angle, then the side opposite the larger angle is longer than the side opposite the smaller angle. Okay, so what is opposite angle D? What's opposite 60 degrees? What side? No, side. FE. So FE has to be bigger than What's opposite 40 degrees? FD or DF. Okay, here's another picture. Okay, imagine you have a triangle. Whichever one is the largest angle, the opposite side has to be the largest side. Okay, conversely, here's the smallest angle. Opposite that has to be the shortest side. Again, picture your hands making an angle, right? The smaller the angle, the closer your hands are, right? The bigger the angle, the bigger the distance. Okay. All right. So we want to name the angles from largest to smallest. Okay, so let's start with the largest. What's the largest side? TV, which is 10. So what angle is opposite? U. So angle U. We're going to put, no, biggest. Biggest, we're doing biggest. Okay, we're doing largest to smallest. So start with the biggest side, 10. So U goes first. Okay, what's the next biggest side? It's TU, which is 8. So that will be V. Be careful with your U and your V since those look like the same.
Are you just saying it's whatever's opposite to the number is the
Yes.
angle?
Okay, and then finally 4 is opposite angle T. Okay. Don't call out the next one. Write them down. Let's see if you can come up with the next one. Again, you can't necessarily look at the picture because sometimes they look really similar. Let's see if we can put maybe... Okay, anybody want to guess? What do we have, Avery?
Should I guess all of them?
Sure. Biggest to smallest.
QRP.
QRP. Yeah? Excellent. It's angle Q, angle R, angle P. Good? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, love agrees. We're good. Okay, now I'm going to, yes.
It's the same thing, just with like the angle and stuff. Like it's just
Yeah. This one is, I give you the sides, you can put the angles in order.
So now we
Next, we're going to do the angles, now we're going to do the sides. Yeah.
to be like
So for like this next one, it would be like
Okay, yeah.
EDF.
Yeah, so first thing, what's the biggest angle? Okay, what side is opposite? So DF is going to be the longest side. Okay, second largest angle is 57. So look directly across, so EF. Just make sure when you're naming the sides, you're using segments. Okay, and then the last one, 37. DE, good. Okay, now the next one only has 2 angles. So I actually have to do a little bit of math here to figure out what angle am I missing here. Well, I have to do 180 minus 71 minus 42. So let's figure out what's that missing angle measure. Because I can't figure out the sides until I know all the angle measures. So just because nothing's there doesn't mean we can't figure that out. 71, 42, 67. So this one is 67 degrees. Okay, do you want a minute to try this one? Okay, all right, I'm gonna give you guys a chance. Does it matter when we name a side if we say AB or BA?
No.
Got it? BCB. What do you guys think? Yeah? What's the biggest side? So C is the biggest angle, so opposite would be AB. Good. And then good, BC. And finally AC. CB, BC. So remember we said it doesn't matter what order we put those in? Okay, any questions on those?
This kind of makes sense, right?
It makes sense right now.
Makes sense.
Like right now it makes sense. Like I don't know if it's gonna make sense when I go.
Okay.
The one that we're doing before, where we did the opposite of this.
Yeah.
Didn't make sense.
It didn't make sense. Okay. Well, this is the other part of the lesson.
I didn't get the first, like, on the first page, like on your first example. I don't understand what you were saying. Were you saying the longer side is, like, because I thought you were just saying, like what we did just now, like, whatever's opposite the number
Yeah.
is the name of the angle? Oh, because I thought you said that wasn't right. For, like, the first example, like this one.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just whatever's opposite the number
Yeah.
is the angle? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Okay. The last thing.
Isn't it? I'm just saying you guys from what I've read. Like when you're saying sum of two small sides, so like if you add both sides up,
Yeah.
compare it to the large side, and then you determine which is larger.
Exactly. Okay, so take for example, okay, let's say I had a side, I'm just going to draw, like, let's say this was 10 inches here. Okay. If I want to make a triangle out of this segment, could I make a side that's 2 inches and this is 3 inches? No. Those will never reach each other, will they? It won't make sense, right? So these two
They
other
all have to be 10
segments,
inches.
they have to be at least 10 inches. Okay? So, yeah, what if the two sides were 5 and 5? Would that still work?
Do all sides have to be congruent or no?
So if this was 5 inches and this was 5 inches, what's going to happen? We could try to reach each other, but what will happen is they'll only touch each other when they kind of collapse onto this line itself.
So do all sides have to
So-
be worth the same?
They have to be greater. Okay?
Greater than each
So
other?
for example, if I have this, I can make a triangle if it's 7 inches and 5 inches. Okay? That works.
So that's
Can
maybe
you
more than the
explain
larger
that?
side.
It's got to be bigger than the largest side.
I was confused. I thought that each side had.
No. So sum means plus, right? So we're going to add the two smallest sides always has to be bigger than the longest side.
But how are those bigger than 10?
7 plus 5.
Oh, together. Oh.
Together.
Oh.
7 plus 5 is greater than 10. Okay? All right. So all we need to do is just look at the two smaller sides and compare it to the bigger side. So can the side lengths form a triangle? When it says explain, you just need to show your work.
Or just being yes or no.
Yeah, we're just gonna write it out. So is 3 plus 5 greater than 9? Well, what's 3 plus 5? 8. Is 8 greater than 9? Nope.
I have a question.
Yeah, Ava.
Do you always go in order of what the numbers you're showing?
No, you just want to make sure. Well, I purposely gave you ones that the biggest side is the last one, but they're not always in that order. Well, what if I had these listed as 3, 7, 5?
No. What I'm saying is will always be that the
What if it's
base
equal?
number is the last.
Equal count is still yeah.
It's not always the last one though. That's what I'm saying. Okay, let me finish these examples. 3 plus 5 is 8. Is 8 greater than 7? Yes. Done. Okay. Is 4 plus 5 greater than 9?
Equal to 9.
Oh, so
Oh,
is a
so
number
no.
greater than itself? No, it's equal to itself. So if they are equal, your answer is still going to be no. It's got to be strictly greater than. And we have 6 plus 9.
15.
Good. 15 is greater than 12. Yes. Good.
Are we gonna do that find the value thing?
Yeah, this is our last example.
Okay.
And then we'll have the rest of the time for homework. Okay.
Oh, is this a video? Stuff we did last year.
So this one is, so here, let's just draw a picture. This is triangle PQR. It doesn't matter where we put the letters. Okay, so if angle P is 12n minus 9, angle Q is 62 minus 3n, and R is 16n plus 2. Okay, so we need to find the value of n, and then we're going to list the sides in order from shortest to longest.
So do we make them all equal since they're like together?
Okay, wait. Equal to what?
Equals 180. Like,
Equal to
all
180.
them together.
So all three angles in any triangle always have to add up to 180. So let's do that. 12n minus 9 plus 16n plus 2 plus 62 minus 3n equals 180. Because I have to figure out what the angle measures are, and then I can figure out the sides. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, let's combine here. I have a 12n, 16n minus 3n, and that's going to be 25n total. Does that make sense? Combining like terms. So that's 25n. And then I have a minus 9, a plus 2, and a plus 62. Anybody know what that would be? You can use a calculator.
Sorry, what?
These three.
Oh, so you're 55 total.
55. So it's going to be plus 55. The numbers are kind of big, but it works out to a nice whole number. So I'm going to subtract 55. So 25n equals 125. We do get 5.
We have to figure out all those.
Okay, let's plug this in. So 12 times 5 is, what's 12 times 5? 60. What's 60 minus 9? 51. So this angle ends up being 51 degrees. Okay, now we get into bigger numbers. 16 times 5, that's 80. Plus 2 is 82. And then this will be 62 minus 15.
47.
47.
Good. 62 minus, what do you mean, negative?
47?
It's just minus 3.
Listen, could you also just subtract those two from 180? Like, could I just do 180 minus 51 minus 82?
Yeah.
You still get 47. Okay.
Good boy.
All right, guys. Now I want to go, this time I'm doing shortest to longest, so just be careful what order.
Oh, shortest.
Shortest. What's the smallest angle? Q.
Wait, what was Q?
So PR?
For the equation, instead of 55, I got 57.
No, it has to be 47.
47?
Okay, and then this is the next biggest, so opposite P
Wait, no,
would be
I mean over
QR.
there on that side. Where you did the solving.
Okay, let me just finish. And then R, opposite R is PQ.
Wait, how did you get